What's going on, YouTube Nation, Transformer Nation? What's going on? Here is TNT Neon Prime again with another review, but this is like a toy review, which all my stuff is toys, but this is like a toy review for kids, for children and everything. So Transformers, Hasbro been making Transformers for years and everything. So now, you know, kids, children, little children want to get into a 2, 3-year-old, 4-year-old. Well, I got the perfect solution right here. I got a couple of Transformers. Let me bring them in. I got a couple of Transformers that kids can have and use, can play with, and you won't have to worry about being too expensive and everything. So being too expensive and not worry about anything. And these guys right here, you don't have to worry about them. I mean, parts pop off, parts can pop back on, and you ain't spending much on them. These guys, I got these guys from Dollar General. Wheeljack, Optimus, and Megatron in the back, the bigger guys, they were like $10. And this little guy right here, this little Megatron, he was like $5. So, yes, they are cheap. They good for learning how to transform your Transformers. They good for the kids to learn basically how to transform and learn them how to take care of stuff. Cause like I said, parts pop off, parts pop back on. All right, so let's put these guys off to the side, and we'll start with Optimus Prime. Okay, like I said, I got the guy from Dollar General. And yes, I said Dollar General. I had some more figures and stuff, but Optimus, Megatron, and Wheeljack really caught my eye. Had a Bumblebee, but he really looked like a toy. So, I mean, like you couldn't put him in poses and stuff, but these guys, they could pretty much go in poses and stuff. So, yeah, we're going to bring it in and show this head, this noggin of his. Which, let me bend him back. All right, so check out that head sculpt. His head sculpt looked pretty good to be a straight up, toy. You get rotation out of it and everything. So yeah, it looked real good. Windshield sculpt, blue lights across here. His grill, his abs, and lighting up there. Right in here, all this is painted. Yeah. I turn them to the back. So, like a little hollow back there. Like I said, stuff pops off and they can, pop them back on. I ain't worried about tearing them up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is back. And the front of this truck is his backpack. All right, so we go to a little height comparison so you can see how tall he is. Stand him up. All right, we're going to a little height comparison to show you how tall he is. All right, first I'm gonna bring in my model Flame Toys from Rye model Optimus Prime. Let's get the scale of how tall he is. Next guy I'm gonna bring in my KO version of Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime YS004. All right. And then I'm gonna bring in the very first Optimus Prime from the Michael Bay movies. Bring him in and you can see how tall he is. So I'm gonna scoot him back so y'all can see, raise the camera up so you get a scale on how tall he is. So yeah. All right. All right, so let's get into the transformation of this guy. I said, like, real simple transformation, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be a little technical about it, so not too technical. All right, so the hood of this truck, the front of this truck comes in front of him like this. You keep his head and everything forward. Bring his arms up. Rotate his hands. You ain't got to rotate them, but you can bring them up. Just bring it back down. We're gonna take his arm and his, let's see. It's hard to scoop it in, but they pretty much, like right in here, they slide in. So go right there. Same here, it slides in like so. And that makes the front of the truck. As soon as I can get this to pop down, makes the front of the truck, and the legs just pretty much scoot forward. If I can get them to pop in their spot right there and right there. So yeah, transformation is pretty simple. So we get that in there. So if it could carry a trailer, I figure it can hook up in there somewhere, but it can't carry a trailer. But yeah, I mean, like a simple transformation. And yeah, that's about, you know, that's how it is. The two headlights. I said headlights up front, the blue windshield. Got some type of detailing here on the side. Got his ladders to climb up on them. Got his smokestacks. Of course, he got his Autobot symbol here on the side. His wheels are made out of full plastic, obvious. So yeah, I mean, something simple. We won't have to worry about anything. All right, we'll bring in size comparison in vehicle mode. All right, here is size comparison with my Bumblebee movie KO version of Optimus Prime. You can see here, size comparison. So he's a pretty, you know, pretty good size. It's a pretty good size Optimus Prime. Yeah. Okay. All right, here goes. We'll do some articulation with him. So you have not that much movement with, you know, these figures, but they have some articulation. His arms is his elbows, his forearm to his fist is on a ball joint, which they can be popped off and popped back on. He has a full rotation of this. He has a full 360 rotation also for his upper arm area. He can hold a weapon. I have my weapon, one of the weapons that came with my reissue G1 Optimus Prime, and he will hold that weapon fine. I had to trim off the back part of it so he can hold his weapon, because they do not come with weapons. His head can do a full 360. He has no up and down movement of that. He has a full back bend knee bend back due to transformation. He cannot do a he got a little forward knee, but he can do almost a full kick forward and almost a full kick back. He can do almost a full split. So he can do some poses with no issues. He has no waist rotation. So he can do some poses, not too bad of a pose, but some poses. We kick it back. And pretty much like that. So yeah, that's about all the poses he can pretty much get into. But I mean, he could probably do more poses. I just haven't, messed with him because he is what he is. He's a toy, and I'm gonna keep him. I usually keep him in robot mode anyway. I keep all of them in robot mode, but yeah, especially him. All right. So the next guy we're gonna bring in is Wheeljack. So got him also for $10 from Dollar General, and he's I want to say about the best looking figure out of all of them besides Optimus Prime and Megatron. Like I said, the other car versions, they did not look good whatsoever to me. But like I said, so we'll get into how he look. So we got right here, we got his noggin. Eyes are painted blue. Could go in and paint these blue also. His ears or mouthpiece, whatever they're supposed to be. All right. He has his gun, which is accurate with the Studio Series Wheeljack gun. Has some detailing on his forearms. And so, black wheels. Have his spoiler here as his wings. All right, some detailing in his legs. All right, also some detailing on the front of the car, on the hood. His windshield, got his windshield there. Nice logo, Autobot logo. All right, so let's do some articulation on this guy. All right, for his articulation on him, he can hold a gun, but I don't have a gun that'll fit him. Which he can hold his own gun, which comes off right here. But he can hold other guns also. So yeah, he can hold his gun. His articulation, he got a full level elbow, cannot get a full 90. He can get all the way that way. He can get shoulder raises. He can also get a full 360 due to the ball joint on his arm, on his armpit. He can do a full split. He do have a knee bend. My bad on that. He has a knee bend, and that can do a full 90 due to transformation. Like I said, his spoiler on the back can move due to transformation. He has, now this is what I find cool about him. He has a right tilt and a left tilt on both feet, and he can have a forward tilt also. And the thing about this bends back, so you can get what poses you want out of this guy. So he don't have a waist rotation, but he sort of kind of do when it comes down to transformation, but we'll get that. So, I mean, he can stand, pretty much get him in, see how easy that popped off. Pretty much see how he put him in, sort of a, good pose or whatnot. So, for $10, it's not, not a bad toy. Not a bad toy for $10. So, yeah. All right, let's get down to transformation. We're gonna take this out. All right, so what I like to do first, I like to get his feet together. Take his feet, bring it back, and collapse it. And what it do, it collapse back in here in the back. See right here, on here, it collapse back in the back. So same with this one. We're gonna sit there, and we can bring his feet together. All right, right here we take his chest piece, fold it down, and that's where you get the rotation. But you bring his head down, and what we're gonna do is bring this all the way down. We're gonna rotate his body, bring the front, if I can get it to come forward. Well, let me do this. We're gonna bring his windshield forward first. We get these feet together. Bring his windshield forward first. Now we rotate and collapse all this in together if it wants to. Yeah. And there go our arm popping off. This is the part what annoys me. The clips are not the best. Like I said, it is a toy. It is a toy. So the clips are not the best, you know. Well, we'll figure it out. Straighten it out. Like I said, stuff pops off. So we can collapse here. Collapse his arms, bring his arms together, collapse them. Bring his arms together, collapse them into their fit right inside that back side there. Collapse them a little more. So let's set it down and see, can we get these legs to cooperate. Well, I always want. So now, there you go. Well, pretty much. This one aggravated me the most, trying to keep them snapped in together. Rotate his spoiler. But there he go in his alt mode. And the clips are not that long, so yeah, it's pretty much aggravating. So let's get a look at him when he's dressed up. Oh, let's not forget, put his gun up here. I have no clue why these holes are up here for some odd reason, because his gun do not clip into them. As far as I know, yeah, his gun do not clip into these. As far as I know, just going that port. So we have good paint detail right here on the hood. Same thing we saw on his legs, his chest plate right here, his windshield, got his spoiler, got his black louvers back here, which is a plus. The front scoop look good on it. Side view, top view, rear view with his tail lights, which is also his part of his shoulders to hold the gun up. You can see the bottom side of it. All right, and we'll bring in other Wheeljack for a size comparison. There go the Wheeljack. I think this is the Studio Series Wheeljack or the Siege Series. I want to say it's the Studio Series Wheeljack. So we can see how they match up. It's pretty much the same car. Pretty much the same exact car. You know, but just a little more detailing in this guy. Of course, like I said, this is $10 versus $30 or $25. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's the Dollar General version. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's what it is. It's a nice vehicle, especially for a child. So vehicle, very nice transformer, especially for a child. So yeah, I mean, you know, where his louvers has striped all the way down, which I wish they would have did black louvers with this also. But you know, it is what it is. Of course, the wings are two different colors and everything. So yeah. All right. All right, we're gonna bring in some size comparisons for height comparisons. Instead of size, I meant height comparison. So there he is with Studio Series Wheeljack. Studio Series Wheeljack. And get him standing up straight. With here, a little cricket. There you go. Studio Series Wheeljack. They're a pretty big dude. And here he is again with the Dollar General version of Optimus. So yeah, pretty big dude. And here he is with Bumblebee Studio Series Wheeljack. So I want to say that's Siege, I think. But maybe not. So yeah, there he is with those comparisons. All right, next guy we're gonna bring in is both Megatrons. All right, here is the one that's $10, and here is the one that's $5. So yeah. All right, let's start with this guy. All right, with him, he got a nice little head scope on him. He has slits here for, look like they could have been wheels there, but there's nothing there for his tracks. Nice Decepticon symbol, paintwork red up in here. I mean, you could go in and do a little more painting in there if you would like. All right, detail right here also on this crotch area. All right, little paint detail here, his feet. All right, they could have painted his blaster black, but you know, it is what it is. Got some detail in his blaster. All right, a little detail in his forearm. On the back side, it's pretty flat and everything. Oh yeah. We go straight from here to articulation. He has some movement for up and down on his head. He can look right and he can look left. It stops because right here is touching his shoulder pads. Right. He has a full 360 for his elbow. Pops off easy. Like I said, put it right back on. They can play it again. Elbow, arm can bend forward pretty good. He can do a full split. Due to transformation, he do have a full 90 on the bend. He also has an ankle tips to the right and not much, not none at all to the left. So, yep, he has no waist rotation. Yeah, so that's on the $5 MIGs. Let's bring in the $10 MIGs. He's a little taller, so let's not look at his chest, but up at the head noggin. So we're gonna bring that in. His head scope looks pretty good. This head scope looks real good. It looks real good. Dark gunmetal gray color. He had the same paint as the little guy here on his chest. Let's bring this stuff down. Same on his crotch area. Yep. So it has a little more paint here where his smaller version did not just paint it here. All right. Feet painted, which not paint, molded in that gray, red, blue, some detail. there. See that big old ball joints in there. His cannon is pretty much, with that. And on the back side, now he has wheels for his, and here on the bottom. Now for articulation, he can turn right and left. He has some up and down for his head, some up and down. He cannot get a shoulder raise because of his tracks, his shoulders hitting up against the back of his track. He do have a full 360 on that. He can do a full bend of the elbow. He has a full waist rotation. That's due to transformation. His legs can do a full bend due to transformation. He has tip also. So yeah, he can really get into, let's see, try to get him into a pose. So keep that flap shut. Get him into a good pose. So yeah, he can get into sort of a, yeah, there you go. He get into a nice little pose or whatnot, little size pose. Let's say it can't get too much out of that arm, but yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do, they pretty much transform the same way. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get down into transformation of maybe this guy. All right, here's transformation. First we're gonna do is remove his cannon, which it can go on either arm. All right, so we're gonna take this. What we're gonna do is bring his chest plate down. Not pop it out, but bring it down. I brought it too far down. But like I said, it still pops back in. We're gonna take his head and flip his head all the way in. Close his chest plate up. We're gonna rotate him where his front of his legs will face the back of him. And we're gonna bring this arm in. We're gonna rotate it in. I'm gonna bring this one in, and we're gonna rotate it in. All right, so we're just gonna let them sit there. There are tabs here that fits right here, and it'll be the same way on this Megs also. So they got little tabs. They get folks little tabs in there. So yeah, we won't be transforming this guy because it's pretty much same thing. He gonna have his arms back here versus having his arms up front. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be pretty much that we flipping this, like so. But we may transform. All right, so now what we're gonna do is take his feet. Bring him in. We're gonna take his feet. We're gonna take his foot, his legs, bring him up and bring that out. So like so. And we're gonna do the same thing here, bring it in and go ahead and bring this back and collapse him in like so. So this is gonna be his side and everything. We're gonna go ahead and set him down, and we're gonna take that, bring his arms and bring them tabs to them little tabs. We're gonna take his gun and pop it into these holes here on the side of on the inside of his arms, right there. And there we have his tank mode. All right, there's his tank mode. So it's pretty decent tank mode. Like I said, not phone there. For his articulation, his cannon can move up and down. You do not have a rotation with this, so he cannot rotate with this. Yeah, like I said, yeah. So you don't have no articulation with no rotation with this, but he's only have his cannon. All right, so put him out to the side, and we're gonna transform this guy. So we're pretty much doing the same thing. Take this and take his inside his arm. We're gonna take his feet, bring him out to the side, bring these in like so. Rotate his hands in, and hold up, let me do this. Didn't mean to pop that off, but should have collapsed his feet first. Bring his feet in. I just don't like bringing his arms up over that because, see, that makes it so where it pops off and everything. But like I said, they made it pop off and everything. And put his gun in there. And there go his tank mode with his little noggin sitting out the back. So as far as articulation on him, cannon can move up and down also. So there is him. So we'll bring in a size comparison as far as main MiGs. Here he is with Siege MiGs. So a little bit of size compare. Well, we know this is the smaller guy, so we're gonna put him out to the side. But he is with MiGs, I meant. So yeah, might have him out of whack for transformation. But the size comparison. So it's pretty good size. Pretty good size on them. So yeah, it's not bad for, like I said, he was like $10 versus $30. All right, we'll do a little height comparison. All right, here he is with pretty much the only MiGs I have as far as like real deal MiGs. I got a Galvatron, but no need to bring him out. But there are the size comparison in here, which this one is taller than Siege MiGs. So he's way taller. But he looks good. His head sculpt and everything look good. Of course, you got little fella in here. And his head sculpt don't look that bad neither. So, yeah. And there you go. All right. There's my review on the $10 Dollar General, $10, $5 General Transformer that you can get for your kids, you know, for Christmas or birthday. Christmas right around the corner, and these will be some nice, you know, gifts for, you know, $10 and $5. So real nice, where you won't have to spend too much money into like getting these guys right here. Because, you know, even for these smaller ones, they like $20-$25. And, you know, as soon as something break on them, you know what I'm saying, they pretty much done for. But, of course, this just a model. So, yeah, he's strictly like for 15 years, 16 years and up, 15. So, but, yeah, that'll be a good starter setup for your child. All right. My not small review. I didn't mean for the video to go this long, but this is my review on the Transformer toys that you can get from Dollar General for $10 and under $10 for your child. I mean, they ain't gonna know no difference. Long they know it's a transformer, they ain't gonna know no difference. All right, TNT Prime. As I always say, God is good all the time. TNT out. Y'all be blessed.